Hello and welcome to the Fit and Fierce Diamond Mastermind training. It is Wednesday night, January 13th, and on the call we have our up and rising leaders. They're either emerald with 4 coaches or beyond, pushing for that diamond rank. And we're so happy and proud of you all, and we're so excited what 2016 is going to bring all of you. The conversation tonight, we want to focus and really drive home the process of inviting, what that looks like. When I first started coaching, there was a 5-step process for inviting, and for me personally, it felt very forced, and I was told that this is what works. So, having 12 middle school math background in teaching, I knew nothing about network marketing. My leader was telling me this. It was in our online office. I was trying to use it, and I was failing forward. And quickly I realized that in order to be successfully inviting, we need to be forming a relationship at our own pace, and which is dictated by the person that you're talking with. So, I learned that quickly because I was not getting responses. I was, getting short responses of I'm not interested. I realized that I was not painting the picture of what this community has to offer. I was not sharing from my heart, and I was clearly not looking for their needs and trying to fill those needs. I was more or less trying to fill goals that really didn't have a whole lot of meaning to me at the time. I was trying to hit Success Club, and I was just trying to do it in the quickest way possible, which I thought was a 5-step inviting process, or however that's labeled. I'm not saying that that is completely garbage. I'm not saying that at all. It's a great template for you to see how a conversation could progress, and some might actually resemble that, the ones that you're having with clients, family members, friends, and whatnot. What I have found is most successful is more or less the forming process, in which you talk about how their family's doing, how they're doing, things going on in their life, what's going on for work, so family, occupation, how they're liking their job, how they're not liking their job, what's their dream job, then moving on to what they're doing for fun, and then finally delivering the message as it fits in. Sometimes it jumps all around. Like, for instance, if somebody were to post about their recent trip to Disney World, a very natural comment or message to them was, "How was your trip?" My personal message was, "Hey, how was your trip? I keep going back and forth of whether I'm ready or not to bring the girls to Disney World. They're now 4 and 6. I think they're getting closer to that window. And my agenda there is clearly not Beachbody. I'm just starting that relationship, whether it's reconnecting with somebody or reaching out to somebody for the first time. That message is going to be received in a similar way. There's nothing salesy about it. It's just a genuine concern and interest, and something that they can help me with. People like to talk about themselves. People like to, feel like they're helping you. And in that case, they would be. So I find that is really the best way that I personally start and connect with new people. If I'm lost because they haven't posted since November or of 2013, it's just oh my gosh, hey, how are you doing? You came up as a suggested friend, or I was just thinking about a scenario that they were already in your life in, or if it's from your like page, oh, you must be on your health and wellness journey too. How is it going? Or I'm guessing that we have similar interests. Are you also on your health and wellness journey? It's just simple questions to start where that person can chime in. Megan, how do you go about starting it? Similar?
Yeah, same way. I think it's really important to keep it very short. We talked about this last night on the Emerald call. Do not word vomit on people because it's scary. It's overwhelming. Even if it's the start of your conversation, you can't start the conversation, move into the body of your conversation, and end with your invite all in one message. That's like a big no-no. Because that's what every other network marketing company rep does, and we're not like everyone else. We're genuinely interested in people and their fitness and health journey. We're not going to sell skincare products or candles. So, it should flow naturally. You can't overthink it. And I see a lot of overthinking on the team page when people, I can't think of an example right now, but it's okay to post on the team page, what should I say next? But sometimes it's so simple, like just ask them or just ask them where they went this weekend, or, what's their plan for getting in shape in the new year, or whatever. It's just, sometimes it's so simple and we overthink it and we turn to the team page. But I want you guys to really challenge yourselves to just let it flow. I'm not saying don't get help from the team page, but I feel like when you really try to figure it out yourself, that's when it starts to become more natural, because you'll learn from the last one. You know what I mean? And that's kind of what I did.
I think also, though, Megan, at this point, it's really great to have a sounding board as you're building confidence. So like whether it's a push partner, or, someone that you're just feeling like you're on the same page with on the team page, don't hesitate to, private message and say, screenshot like something, and grow together, like, what would you say here? This is what I'm thinking, and it's working on both of you if you're both kind of at the same level and at the same rate. And I do think the confidence has a big play on it. And then also taking off a filter, the filter of assuming what they're going to respond or assuming what they're going to think. That's like one of the worst things we can do as coaches, is assuming and putting answers into people's mouths. So simple. And just as we keep our posts simple and concise to engage people, that's what we want our conversations to be. I mean, you guys know it. When you get a full screen of a message from somebody, you're just like, like they don't want that from you either. It's just going to be back and forth. It's going to be social.
Going back to the assuming thing, that's so true, because we don't know. I was talking to a coach yesterday on the phone, and she told me that she had kind of taken a step back from the business because she felt like when she was talking to her friends and family, she's still kind of working in her warm market, it didn't feel natural to her because she felt like she had a hidden agenda for these people. And I'm like, you can't assume that they think the same thing about you because you're messaging them for the first time. They don't know what to expect. So just let it flow like a natural conversation and forget about your agenda. Just don't overthink it, and don't assume what their reaction is going to be right off the bat.
Absolutely.
It's a confidence thing, all of it. All of it.
And then often as the conversation goes on naturally, as long as you're going at the pace that is comfortable for the two of you, you're going to start to talk about what you do for work. And more often than not, they'll ask you first, like, hey, I saw this group that you were doing, or, what is this coaching thing that you're doing? Or sometimes they'll get even a little deeper, like, network marketing, what's that? Like, I heard that's like a pyramid thing, or whatever, wherever it may go. It's just nice to keep that conversation going back and forth, very light, with a question to keep the conversation going.
Yeah. I think what's most important too is just continuing to do this, this is something you have to practice. Talking to people is something we have to practice. I know that sounds weird, but it's true. And I said last night on the Emerald call, you know, if you're one out of the 3 conversations for the day, don't move into any kind of invite. That's okay. At least you planted the seed. You made yourself relevant in that person's life. Because you didn't get to the invite, you should make it a goal to invite 3 more people to replace that one.
Mm-hmm.
You have to do it a lot and consistently. I mean, you do. It's just, we just want to be straightforward with you guys. You have to talk to a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people.
And you're all at a great point of starting to organize, you know, how you do that and how you organize your thoughts. And it's really wonderful for the person on the receiving end to know that you're invested, you know, in learning more about them by, you know, bringing up something that you possibly talked about before, and then continuing the conversation, being present in their life. I don't know if you guys know this. There's this thing on Facebook that you can create interests. So you can literally make a list of people that you're interested in, kind of, and put those people that you want to be present in their life and you want to be learning more about them into that group, so that it's almost like you go over to a separate Facebook feed and you can just be with those people. Don't get me wrong when I say this. I love seeing what other coaches are posting, and my feed is essentially all coaches now. But I have this other now Facebook within Facebook, if you will, where I can go and I can just chat with the people that I'm looking to be chatting to and adding value and being present in their life and commenting on all the things going on in their life. Well, boo to you, Emily. I'm not going to like any more of your chicken stuff then. Are we getting questions over here? Is that a good place to pause?
Yeah. Should we, it's been 20 minutes. You want to stop recording?
Sure, let's do that.
I thought that was pretty good info. And that way it's short.
Perfect.
For the people watching the recording. And then, okay. So we have